Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Gebo the Shaman, and today we'll be talking about what happens when we have Rahu placed in the sign of Scorpio in our birth chart. So yeah, we'll get into that, but before we do, I'd just like to let you guys know that I am a Vedic astrologer, and I do Vedic astrology readings. So if you're interested in purchasing a Vedic astrology reading, then you can go to GeboTheShaman.com down below and check out everything that I have to offer. So yeah, let's get into. I also offer. I have an astrology certification course and Vedic astrology readings and birth time rectification. So you can check those things out. So Rahu in Scorpio. This is one of the most difficult placements for Rahu. Rahu, otherwise known as the north node of the moon, is all about addictions, all about compulsions, desires, things that we we want, but it's like a never ending desire. So so with Rahu here, Rahu is also about the Rahu is basically the if you know anything about Rahu, he is a head without a tail, so or a head without a body. So he'll have the desires and the instincts and drives to to go after everything that he wants, but he won't have the ability to appreciate that, to process that, to enjoy it. So he's like the head without the body. So he'll eat food, but then he won't. It'll just fall out of his neck hole, and just kind of he won't have the ability to feel full, feel satiated, feel the cessation of those desires. So that's kind of what Rahu does. That's what Rahu is. It represents addictions, gambling, sexual addictions, illusions, delusions. He is the trickster, basically. So, with Rahu in Scorpio, this is a very difficult placement for him. Because what is Scorpio? Scorpio is birth, death, sex, transformation, sudden ups and downs, sudden gains and losses, sudden changes and transformations, things like that. So with this position, your emotions, like, this has a lot to do with like your deepest, darkest emotions, your unconscious emotions, your unconscious mind, your deepest psychology, your deepest psychological stuff that you have going on. So this is a very difficult placement for Rahu. In this placement, he'll be like it's almost like if your emotions weren't like if like most people have addictions and whatever because of their emotions, whether that's to entertainment, whether that's to food, whether that's to cigarettes, alcohol, drugs, whatever it is. I mean, like, so we all are kind of have these addictions and stuff like that, but with Rahu here in Scorpio, it makes it like 100 times worse. So, you know, there's major major addictions, major, stuff, and it's like it has to do with, like, your mental stability and your deepest emotions and things like that, that make you, someone with this position wouldn't be able to tolerate their feelings. And so because we can't tolerate our feelings, we, turn to substances and food and television and whatever to numb our pain or dull our pain, or just to distract ourselves from our pain. So, you could have an eating addiction, you could have, any kind of addiction, really. So this this position really makes one, like, their emotions will rule their lives. Basically, their emotions will become everything to them, and, like, they'll dictate their lives. And so Carl Jung actually had a brilliant quote. I think that's who it was. He said, "Until we make the unconscious conscious, it will rule our lives. It will, like, dictate our actions, dictate our lives, and we will call it fate." Meaning that we're all operating on unconscious stuff, unconscious emotions, unconscious drives, desires, ambitions, unconscious motives, and so we project those things onto the world, onto other people, onto everything. And so they are, they're, so you'll basically manifest in the world what you are struggling with on an unconscious level. So, you'll see the world through the lens of your unconscious projection. So, this is what Rahu does. He is the trickster, the deceiver. So, unconscious projection, that's definitely Rahu territory. Thinking you can get things for free when, being the victim of a scam, that's just because we thought we were going to get something for free that, isn't for free. So, anyway, so how can we overcome this? How can we get past our, the negative things that Rahu, and it's not like Rahu, just because he's here, he's bringing this to you. No, this is just a sign of how you naturally are. This is just the discovery of yourself. So, how can we offset this balance, this imbalance? How can we make things more balanced? Well, the opposite to Rahu is always Ketu. So with Rahu in Scorpio, we would have Ketu in Taurus. So that means ground your energy. That means meditate and ground yourself. Because when we're in our emotions, when we're being carried away by our emotions, by our feelings, we're in our heads. That's associated with the air element. What is it? Vata. So that's, air element. So what we need to do is we need to ground that. We need to ground that energy, and we need to have some stability, some like, for example, coming back and doing, like, from your emotions and doing meditation. So Ketu is all about meditation. He's all about, detachment and seeing things from an objective perspective and things like that. So, K2 is all about that stuff. So what we could do, what we need to do if we have this position is meditate, and a lot of times our mind is going so strongly that we can't shut it off. So that's why I have things like this. So the Qigong, for instance, those courses, they're really powerful, and they get you into your body. They get you out of your head and into your body, and so that's what they're there for. And so it can feel really good to connect with your body and to build up your energy in your body and give your body a physical thing to do. So a lot of people think that meditation is, emptying your mind and sitting there with no thoughts and whatever. That's false. That's not true. That is the empty mind thing is the result of the meditation. So for example, you can do active meditations like yoga, like qigong, which I have here, like meditation, things like that. And so the self-transformation challenge basically combines all of those things. So it combines the qigong, kundalini yoga, and meditation. So you can check that out. Alright guys, so that does it for me for Rahu in Scorpio today. So if you want to learn more about the products and services that I have to offer, stick around. So the first thing that I have to offer is the Vedic Astrology certification course. So that is basically, you can become a certified Vedic astrologer, and it's really easy. I take you through, I walk you through, like, step by step through the course, which basically leads you through an astrology reading. So I don't know how many hours of content, hours of work I put into that course, but it's a lot. It's a lot of content. It's a lot of stuff to study and remember and things like that. But it's it's so basically, if you want to become a Vedic astrologer, you can check that out. And with that, I'll give you your own Vedic astrology website. So, to refer clients to and become a Vedic astrologer. So, then we have the Vedic astrology readings. So, I do my own unique style of Vedic astrology readings, and you can check that out at gebotheshaman.com. And then I also do birth time rectification. So, if you're one of those people who is into astrology, but you just don't know your exact birth time, then that could be really helpful. The birth time rectification, I just basically ask you some very simple questions, and through those questions, I will find out what your exact birth time is. So then we have the distance energy healing, so that combines Qigong and Reiki and Shamanic practices. So that's a very powerful distance energy healing that I do. It's really powerful and is great for people who are having, difficulties with their emotions and with their psyche, with their psychology, with their feelings and all that good stuff. So then we have the career consultations and life coaching. So the career consultation, if you're one of those people who is always struggling in life, then that is not a good thing. That is not a place to be. So you need to get on your path and purpose. So there's no better way to do that than to book a career consultation with me. Then we have the the ritual magic courses. And so those are designed to go into your unconscious mind and destroy all your unconscious blocks around health, wealth, prosperity, happiness, all that good stuff. So then we have the Qigong courses. So we have Cosmic Qigong and Self-Transformation Challenge. So those are basically really good for building up the energy in your body and things like that. So yeah, if you're interested in any of those things, then you can go to. I have some pretty massive sales going on right now. Like, get 2 courses for half the price of one. It's pretty insane. So go to gebotheshaman.com and check it out. Alright. And we will talk to you guys next time. Peace.